What's up, guys? So in today's video we're going to be installing the sprint booster by Bolecos, something like that. I ordered it from AFE because they have it for a decent price, and because I didn't actually know this company. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this installed. So the important thing about the sprint booster is that it will improve your throttle response by up to 60% in race mode on the max setting, which is actually a really noticeable difference that you'll feel. So mainly the only thing you feel at that point is the turbo lag. It also has some other neat features, but I'll explain everything later in the video. So what's included in the kit? Well, I mean, you open it up, you have a user guide, don't need that really. Quick installation guide, you do need that. Some barcode, you don't need. Zip tie and adhesive strip, you will need that. And then a little nice packaging thing here where you get a little in-between cable and the actual little module, which is right there. That comes out just like that, and there you go. So the first step is actually pretty important. So if you have a manual transmission, you're going to want to make sure the switch is put towards the MT side. Mine's not because the Raptor is automatic. Or if you have a fully automatic or semi-automatic type system, you're going to want to make sure that, so essentially anything that's not pure manual, that it's set to the automatic side, AT. Okay, so after you choose whether it's going to you need a manual or automatic, this is for the Raptor, so obviously it's going to be automatic. You take this little piece to clip it into the actual module, and then once you hear the snap, you're good to go. Okay, so the next step is to leave the key fob away from the car with the driver door open for a period of 10 minutes. This is important to avoid any check engine lights coming on, because the camera system during these 10 minutes is actually testing all of the electronic components inside the car. Okay, the next step is to remove the connector harness on the gas pedal. That is right here, so you have to lift this red tab up, and then it just pops right out. Pretty easy. Okay, once you do that, you're going to need to take the sprint booster, so the piece of the red tab, and you're going to plug that right into where you just pulled the other piece out. That snaps in. Push the red tab down to lock it in place, then take the other side, and that's where you're going to connect the original piece. Snap that in, push the red clip down, and you're essentially good to go. Make sure that you be careful because those pins are pretty delicate and you don't want to bend them too much. And so that's actually all there is to the install. All you need to do then is just find a place you want to mount the little piece that actually controls everything. I'm going to route it through underneath and through here, and probably put it right here on the other side, and we'll be good to go. So I just have it installed right there, nice and organized, the cable coming underneath, and I use the zip tie in order to keep the cable together so it doesn't drop down. So how does this work? Okay, so when you put it in, it's probably going to be in the off position. You press it once, it goes green, and it'll give you a number. And from there, that's sport mode, which will give you a throttle response of up to 30% better. Then you put it into race mode, and now you can get up to 60% better throttle response. So to control what you want, you can go through the numbers, just pressing the little arrows. 9 is for the best response time. And so I have my race set to 9, manual or stock set to, well, stock because you can't set it into anything else. And then I have my sport set to 5. So to clarify, 9 is the most aggressive program for, well, you have both race and sport. And then 1 is the least aggressive program. So I'm keeping my race obviously on 9, which would give me the full 60% throttle response increase. So if you'd like to turn the display off, all you have to do is press this button for 3 seconds, and then you'll see the 3 bars and the display goes off. So now the settings cannot be changed, but you still have that indicator light, whether you want it in stock, you want it in sport, or you want it in race mode. So important to note, if you do unplug this system from what's actually making the modification, so that wire with the 2 connections, it'll keep the last save setting. So if I leave it in race mode
mode 9 and I unplug the display, it's going to stay in that until I plug it back in and I change it manually. Same with any other mode or configuration. So what's great about the Sprint Booster version 3 is that it comes with the 2 new features, which are pedal lock and valet mode, as I mentioned earlier. So you have valet mode, which can limit the acceleration of the vehicle by 55, 65, or 75%. So there's 3 selectable levels. And it is activated and deactivated through a 3-digit pin. Then you have pedal lock mode. Now, while this is not an anti-theft feature, it's great for stopping unauthorized use of the vehicle. I will have a full tutorial for this system coming soon. That should be within the next week. But this video is essentially just to give you an idea of how to install this, which is really quick, 15 minutes if you include the 10 minutes that it took to wait for the car canvas system to complete its checking. And I'll give you a quick initial review right now.